Hello again, everyone, and welcome to day 5 of my Gummiapan Advent calendar. As you can see, I've already opened the packet. A few reasons, really. One being, I really needed to give myself just a little more thinking time. Don't want to waste too much time faffing around wondering what I'm going to do once I've opened it in the presence of all of you. So I have opened it. There were 3 dies, a parasol, a palm tree, and I assume that this is a blow-up rubber ring thing, you know, that you go in the sea with. And what I thought I would do is I would have a little sort of vignette almost, a little scene of the seaside through an aperture on a card front. Well, I cut my card front to start with, the normal size panel like this, and I put it in my die cutting machine a bit skewiff, and part of it didn't get cut, so I cut it by scissors, and then that went a funny shape, so I thought, blow this for a game of soldiers, I'll make a smaller panel. So that's what I did. Just chose a smaller one, and I just thought it would give a different look. And I thought, well, good enough. It's probably a reason why it happened. So that's what that's all about. What I thought I would do, in fact, is have like a palm tree and the parasol. I did think of limiting the size of this aperture by cutting with a smaller circle. This is one of my Presscut circles, by cutting with a smaller circle so that I've got like a double frame leading you into the picture, as the things are kind of small. And I would put the ring on like this. They'll all be the other way around because the dice will face the other way. And I did look out at my other Gummiapan dice, and I found a couple of things that I thought might be useful. One is a little fork and spade, presumably that you'd use for kids in the sand. One is looks like a cocktail, excuse me, and an ice cream. So whether I'll use any of those, I just don't know. So as I say, I've cut them out. I have put 2 trees together here. I cut 2, stuck them together. But what I intend doing is colouring the trunk of this one, cutting off the fronds of the palm here and adding that on the top so that those are a little bit more raised than the trunk. And as far as the parasol is concerned, I'm going to stick 2 together again so that the pole is a bit more robust. And then I'm going to play around with the top part of the umbrella. Let me just stick these together. And I'm wondering whether the way my mind is working, I'm wondering whether to, well, I want to cut this up and make it into different colours and then stick it back together again, because I think cutting it up is an easy way of colouring without going into the wrong section with your marker or crayon or paint or whatever it is that you intend to colour with. So that is the first one. That's 2 layers. So that's for the main body of the thing. But I'm going to cut the parasol part at the top off. What I'm wondering about is whether to cut out this frill and stick that on separately. I think I actually might, but we'll see. Let me just start to do a little bit of colouring. So I've got the 2 bits of I'm not going to bother with that for a minute, because that's the one I'm going to do a bit of surgery on. Let's have a look at some markers. What colour shall we have for the pole? A sort of a beigey sort of, well, there's one called Sand Castle. How appropriate. Let's have that. And it doesn't matter if I go over the top of the umbrella, because I'm going to cover it with whatever I choose from that one. Right, I'll leave that out for a moment because I may use some of that to tie in the colours with the trunk of the tree. So coconut shell, that is a pretty good colour, isn't it, really? I think they're trying to tell me something here. Go right into the top there. I did do a bit more than I meant to then, to be honest. I meant to leave a bit of white. Perhaps I can lighten it up on this side. Who knows? Be fine anyway. Okay, let's just do some of these. I'm going to cut that off, but I'm going to leave it on for the minute because I can hold it by the trunk while I colour the branches. Let's get the greens. Put those away for the minute. Let's see if we can keep a little bit of space here. Put those in its place. Someone was asking me about markers. They asked whether I just got these boxes and put them in, but when you buy a set, they come in a box like this. But I've actually rearranged the colours. I don't know whether this one's dedicated to what it says it was, but I just rearranged them. So I've got, you know, the colours I want together. That's all. So let's get the dark one, and I'll put some of this dark through the middle of the leaves. Do you call them leaves? Palm? I suppose they are, really. Okay, and let's have this middle-sized colour. Bamboo leaf, this one is. And I'll go over the whole lot with this one, I think. Okay. I remember going to a plantation for coconuts, actually, in Maui or somewhere one time, and the skill with which this chap opened a coconut you would not believe. Go past that a bit just in case there's a bit of a lap over. Okay, now I'm going to stick that on the top of this. I love playing with these dies. Oh, come out wherever you are. There we are. To see if I can get one of those precision guns for this. Save a lot of squeezing with my fingers. Right, that is that. Let's cut off the leaves. Just need to snip into where the cuts already are. There we go. And that can go onto there. Just line it up. There we go. That looks rather splendid, doesn't it? I like that. Okay, now let's think about this thing. I'm going to, if I'm going to cut this frill off, there's lots of little dotty lines going along, so I should be able to just snip this off. If I can keep it white, that might, just looking at that, I don't know whether I like the wood looking there. Let's just see. I'm holding my breath here. Oh my goodness. Okay, keep that bit. Right, don't want that bit. Now this bit, I thought I could, let's cut this top bit off. I thought I could cut this into 3 colours, you see. Maybe 1, 2, 3. Right, 3 colours. So what colours shall we have? What colour, if I had a drink, what colour would that be? There's a little tiny umbrella there that could go to be the same sort of colours, couldn't it? Why don't we go with yellows, and then it can be a, I don't know, screwdriver or orangey tequila sunrise or something or something. So let's have orange. I don't normally go with these colours at all. Yellow. Oh, what happened there? Oh dear. Obviously the top wasn't on properly. Oh, that's probably why. Yellow, and let's have a sweet vanilla. That's not quite. Perhaps we'll have a deep orange or a red. Let's go with the red. Okay. Here's a red one. And here's an orange one. Do you have the orange one the other end? And the yellow in the middle? Perhaps we will. Okay. And the yellow one. Oh, it's quite yellow, isn't it? Quite orangey, this one. Never mind, we'll be fine. Let's see what these look like when we put them on. I'm going to put glue, if I can get some to come out, right down to the bottom here, because of sticking that little frill on afterwards. I thought I would leave that white. Okay. Let's see how we go. Some tweezers. There's my red. Here's my orange. And there's that one. Okay. Now I'm going to cut the, well, I might cut this off afterwards actually. No, I won't. I'll cut it now because it'll be right against that one, won't it? There we go. Let's stick this back on. There we go. It's quite sweet, isn't it? There we are. Now, palm tree, umbrella. There's the rubber ring. So what should we have? A bright yellow for that? Butterscotch. What colour's that? Bit drab. Bright sunflower. Let's have a look at this chap. That's the one. There we go. Right. Now for a drink. I don't know if we need this one or not really, but we'll just cut one out and see. Okay. I think this one was actually from last year's advent calendar, to be honest, if I remember correctly. Let's have a look. I didn't propose cutting this one into pieces. Oh, crikey. That'd be miles too small. There's my replica umbrella. If I just do a little grey for shading this inner part of the drink there. Shade a little bit down the side, underneath. Then we have a little bit of a drink in there. Let's have, can I just keep on the same lines? There we go. That will do. Now, as far as putting it together is concerned, let's just take a gander. Right. For this background bit, I did look out, there's my drink, a stamp I've got. It's a background stamp of sky. I can't remember the manufacturer. I think it is probably Impression Obsession. I often write these things on the back, but you can't very well see. But this is a dotty, like these, what do they call them? Illusion, I can't remember. Where there's different sized dots and it makes things look more intense, if you know what I mean. What colour shall we have for the sky? I think we'll have the good old favourite tumbled glass again, actually. If I can spot it just here. There we go. So I'm just going to ink this over. You might be able to see a bit more clearly once I get some ink on it. Can you see that? It's just clouds. So I thought it might be handy as a backdrop for the palm tree and the umbrella and all this kind of carry on. So I just need a piece of paper that's big enough to go behind this aperture. This is big enough. It's a different colour, but I'm not sure if that's going to make any difference. Let's just put a tiny spritz of water on there. Okay, let's just see. I don't know if this is going to be suitable or not. We'll see. There we go. That's the clouds. I don't know if it's going to be a bit much, really. Let's have a look. There's no kind of grounding for anything there, is there? Let me cut a smaller one of those, but that's quite pretty, isn't it? Let's have a piece of card. This would do. Just need a piece of this. It's just slightly smaller than this, so we can... Okay, just want this smaller piece. Right. This is the bit I need to go behind there to make it just slightly smaller. And I think I'm going to put foam tape between these two. Right. Let's have a little think. And I was thinking this would do for, you know, happy holidays or wish you were here or welcome home. There's an infinite number of sentiments that you could put with it. But I think I'm going to leave it for the minute because I don't know what I would choose a card for. Let's find the end of this. Get the right scissors. Now I want this on, which is the right side. That's the right side. So we'll put it on this side. There we go. What am I doing? No, that's wrong, isn't it? That is wrong. I want to put it on the back of this one. Let's just take that. I don't want that on there, I don't think. Right, let's put it on the back of this one. Not thinking clearly. detail in these dies, though, is just so fabulous. Right. I quite like this double frame aperture business. I think it just gives a little something extra. You can either put another frame around the front, or as I say, do this kind of thing on the back. It's all things that'll just take your eye into the business, the main business of the card. So let's take a look at this in a moment. Right, just put a bit of glue over here so I don't get grabbed straight away. Yeah, that's the side. Do it where you can see it. Keep forgetting, actually. Not quite. The thing is, I need to be able to see it as well as you seeing it. Oh dear. There we go. That's nice. Get these bits away. Now I need to cut a little of, I think that's nearly dry. That looks quite pretty, doesn't it? So this is my thoughts with these. Maybe on a, I think what I'll do with this is put it onto a bit of foam sheet, but not put the bit of foam sheet on that end bit, so that can be proud and this can stay there. And this one could probably all go, oh no, I think that one can go flat. That one can go flat behind, like that maybe. And the rubber ring. And I was thinking the drink could go kind of, I might have to cut another one of these, it's not very thick. Put that, I think I put that there like that. Okay, let me cut this and put this behind here. How much do we need? Not an awful lot. What bit did I want? I quite like that bit there, actually. So let me cut it off so that bit's the bit that shows. Let's get those out of the way. And we'll stick that on. I'll just use some of my tape runner for this. People could see what goes on behind the panels of their cards. Right. There. Okay. That's that. Now, one of these. So let me just cut this out of a little bit of, this is foam sheet. This is from Sticks to Anything. And I've discovered that to cut it with the writing on the top is the easiest way to do it, as the other side's plain. Just that one side seems to peel off more easily than the other. Okay. Cut this out. Now the bit I want to stick onto here won't need the foam sheet on it. So if I want it to be about like that, I need to cut this off here. Okay. Now, let's take off this topping and stick the other bit over it. Now I'm going to have to put some glue stick on this too. Don't want this grabbing in the wrong place. Might be awkward. Let's just see. There we go. Oops. See, I need a bit of manoeuvrability. It's not in the right place. So because I put that glue stick on, it means I can shush it around a bit, and it doesn't affect the grab hold ability of the other adhesive that's already there. So now I'll take the other backing off, the front. I'm taking off the fronting, and I'm going to take off the backing. Is that right? Yeah, I think I'm okay. There we go. Take off this bit. There we go. Put a tiny drop of glue on there. Hope you can see this. I keep working down towards me and forgetting. Little dab of glue just there. And we'll put this one in. Right, this one I thought could go kind of like that. Yeah, I think we'll stick him under the... Do you want him under that one or under this one? Let's see. Perhaps under that one. Okay, this one can just have some glue on the bottom. Okay, I just need to hold that bit up. Perhaps hold it up with this one while I put this one in. There we go. Perfect. Right, it's a pretty little scene, isn't it? Now, I did say I thought we'd have another layer of the drink. Let's just use that little bit for it. Just to give it a bit more substance, just on the back. I suppose I could have put that on a bit of foam sheet, couldn't I? Not to worry. Where's my drink? Oh goodness, the story of my life. Here it is, here it is. Right. I ought to be more organised, but my mind's thinking about other things, you know, and I just put things down, can't find them. Right, we're nearly there. Whoa, lovely. There we go. I think we'll put those like that. I think that's okay. Right. Let's have a glue dot for the drink. There's the end of these. There we are. Glue dot, and I'll put a bit of glue on this one. If we wanted a sentiment, we could put it either on the base of the card itself or in this corner here or something like that. So I think we'll be okay. There we are. This goes on to here. Isn't that jolly? Oh my Lord, it's lovely. Let's pop this on. I think we'll do this again. Okay. Oops. Nearly had a mistake. So there we are. Oh, not quite. Oh, better. There we go. So, day 5. Done. Please come back and join me tomorrow. I wonder what Gummiapan has in store for us for tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.